Hello and welcome to Asian Chapter, the channel that brings you insights and stories from across Asia. Today we're talking about one of the most exciting developments in the space industry, SpaceX, Elon Musk's space exploration company. As we all know, SpaceX has made headlines for its groundbreaking achievements in rocket technology, such as the successful launch of the Falcon Heavy and the recent launch of the Crew Dragon spacecraft. But what impact is SpaceX having on the Asian satellite industry? In this video, we'll explore how SpaceX is revolutionizing the space industry and what it means for Asia. We'll also take a closer look at the Asian satellite industry, its growth potential, and how it's benefiting from SpaceX's innovations. But before we dive into all that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss a video from Asian Chapter. So, let's start by looking at what SpaceX is doing that's so revolutionary. For starters, SpaceX is making space travel more affordable and accessible. They've developed reusable rockets that dramatically reduce the cost of launching payloads into space. This is a game changer for the space industry, as it means more countries and companies can afford to launch their own satellites and explore space. But it's not just about affordability. SpaceX is also pushing the boundaries of technology. They're constantly experimenting with new materials, designs, and processes to make their rockets more efficient and reliable. They're even working on a massive new rocket called the Starship, which they hope will eventually take humans to Mars. All of these innovations are having a ripple effect on the Asian satellite industry. For one, they're opening up new business opportunities. With cheaper launch costs, companies in Asia are now able to launch their own satellites and offer new services, such as broadband internet and remote sensing. In fact, Asia is one of the fastest growing regions in the satellite industry. According to a recent report by Euroconsult, the region accounted for 37% of all satellite orders in 2020, with China and India leading the way. This growth is expected to continue, with demand for satellite services projected to double in the next 10 years. But it's not just Asian companies that are benefiting from SpaceX's innovations. SpaceX has partnerships with a number of Asian companies, including Perfect JSAT, a Japanese satellite operator, and Inmarsat, a global mobile satellite communications provider. These partnerships are mutually beneficial. SpaceX gets access to the Asian market, while Asian companies get access to SpaceX's advanced technology and lower launch costs. For example, Perfect JSAT has already used SpaceX's rockets to launch several of its satellites. Another example is SpaceX's partnership with PT Telkom Indonesia, a leading telecoms company in Indonesia. In 2017, SpaceX launched the Telkom 4 satellite for PT Telkom Indonesia, which is now providing internet and broadcasting services across the country. This is just one example of how SpaceX is helping to bridge the digital divide in Asia. So, what does all this mean for the future of the Asian satellite industry? Well, it's likely to continue growing and diversifying. As more Asian countries invest in space technology, we can expect to see new applications for satellite services, such as disaster management, environmental monitoring, and precision agriculture. But there are also challenges. One of the biggest is competition. With more companies entering the market and developing their own satellite technology, it's becoming increasingly crowded. This means that companies will need to innovate and differentiate themselves in order to succeed. Another challenge is regulation. As the satellite industry grows, governments will need to develop new policies and regulations to ensure that it's safe and sustainable. This includes rules around spectrum allocation, debris mitigation, and space traffic management. Overall, it's clear that SpaceX's innovations are having a significant impact on the Asian satellite industry. From making space travel more affordable to opening up new business opportunities, SpaceX is helping to drive growth and innovation in the region. But this is just the beginning. As more companies and countries invest in space technology, we can expect to see even more exciting developments in the years to come. So, if you're interested in learning more about the latest developments in the Asian satellite industry and beyond, make sure to subscribe to Asian Chapter and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.